the Sugababes are back, okay? They're back! You see it here! You've seen it!
In 2010, Sugababes were dropped by Rock Nation due to poor sales of Sweet 7. A year later, they would sign a new 3-album distribution deal with Sony Music's RCA Records, with Crown Music Management Services as the acting record label. Following the release of a new single entitled Freedom in September 2011, the group reportedly continued to write songs for a new album. However, Jade would later express her feelings towards the Sugababes' future, stating they were pretty much done, suggesting the group had actually already split. With the Sugababes no longer actively releasing music, the original lineup, Mutia, Keisha and Siobhan, would surprise fans by reuniting and recording new material. But things would not go quite to plan. This is the story of Sugababes and the Lost Tapes.
As you're here, I need to ask you about what's happening with the Sugababes. Goodness me, the lineup changes over the years. I can't keep up with it. You know, it's been extraordinary. There's been so many different changes. And now, well, what is the state of play? Have you spoken to any of the girls? What's happening?
I've spoken to Keisha, and it's just, to tell you the truth, personally, I just don't think the Sugababes is the Sugababes anymore. I mean, it would have been different.
That's the original lineup. That was way back when, at the very, very start.
You know, if Keisha had stayed in it and someone else had gone, you know, then it'd be Sugababes. But wow, but you know, I suppose now there's no original Sugababes. We should just all reform again.
Why don't you? you and Keisha could.
Do you know what? I mean, to tell you the truth, it's just a nice thing to know that I still have contact with both of them.
Yeah.
And it's just. I'm quite disappointed. I'm actually quite disappointed. Obviously, the brand name of Sugababes will always carry on.
Yeah.
But to say that there's no original in the Sugababes, it just kind of puts it down a bit.
Yeah, it's a bit strange. I think everybody was quite shocked because we weren't sure. Because first of all, we heard Amelia was going. That was the thing. She was going. Then she wasn't going, and then so it's all going a bit mad. Did they all fall out, or was it just? What do you think's happened?
No, I mean, to tell you the truth, I mean, I heard there was rumours about Keisha being a bully, but I'd say that's all lies. I mean, you know, the reasons why people had left is not because of, you know, of bullying, to tell you the truth. I think everyone, you know, everyone's got their own opinion about things, but they're all grown women. Yeah. You know, if, you know, no one's going to allow another woman to, but like, I would never let another person bully me. So to the whole bullying, you know, subject, I think it's all rubbish.
Well, I could see the two of you getting together, you know, and be sugar women.
Well, you know, I mean, we're all grown up. I haven't been with the Sugababes for so long,
it's a long time.
You know, and I've had my years of growing up and learning about what I want in life and getting to look after my daughter. So, you know, hooking up with the rest of the girls, you know, I think that could be an amazing idea.
It's a great idea.
Definitely.
It's a great idea.
Following Keisha's departure from the Sugababes and the release of their final album Sweet 7 in 2010, Mutia applied to the European Union Trademarks Authority to reclaim the Sugababes name. The then current lineup, Heidi, Amel and Jade, filed a notice of opposition, as did their label Island Records.
The only right she has now, she had in April, is one of the clauses that we didn't go for, which is wrapping paper, ribbons and cardboard, is that right? To use the Sugababes name. And we've never used it, we've never wanted it.
It's why
there's no use.
When our management, they sort all that side of stuff out, and when they, you know, registered or whatever they do for us to continue to use the name, they didn't apply for that side anyway, because it's not something we've ever used in the previous 12 years. So it doesn't affect us anything that we do with our music, or, you know. But
I think everyone sort of went, oh my God, Sugababes, because you think of the name straight away, don't you? But no, we're exactly the same.
Yeah.
Mutia, are you ready for today's event? I am! Siobhan, yes!
Both Mutia and Keisha individually posted on social media about recording in the studio. Keisha teased she was in the studio with 2 other females. However, both would go on to deny that they were in the studio together. Despite this, Scottish singer-songwriter Emily Sunday confirmed to MTV UK that she had written new songs for Mutia, Keisha and Siobhan.
Sounds better half actually, anyway, because it's was dragging on a bit too much. I lost the will to live.
I'll keep going.
I like the last one.
Don't play that song, but you'll get so back down.
I like the ending of that one.
I love the ending.
Yeah.
100%. The ending was sick.
1, 2, 3.
We're over, so over. Thought you could diss me, then come kiss me, I told ya.
In April 2012, it was reported that the original lineup had signed a £1 million record deal with Polydor Records, and in July that same year, it was officially confirmed that the group had reformed under the name Mutia Keisha Siobhan and were writing songs for a new album.
Boy, stop, step away. Ain't got no time for Mr. Messy heartbreak. So stop, not today. Think you can break me, but just watch me get away. Found out he took her dinner on my credit card receipt the other week. Why, baby? Call it women's intuition, no maybe telepathy. Either way, I'm not crazy. We're over, so over. Thought you could diss me, then come kiss me, I told ya. We're over, so over. I'm little Missy sitting pretty tonight. Ooh.
Before the three of you have got back together again, I bet you met somewhere, and I bet you say, guys, let's hammer this out.
Yeah.
Well, did you?
Yeah, actually,
To tell the truth,
There wasn't really much to hammer out.
There wasn't. We just wanted to get back together and just, you know, do what we love doing. And
music.
Popped open a bottle of champagne at the Charlotte
So
Street
Ruth was
Hotel.
right. You did forget what you argued about then.
Kids do sometimes, well, especially when they were so young, and a lot's happened since then. You've all gone off and done other things. You've had a child.
For adults, we can communicate a lot better, and you know.
So who
team.
decided to get back? Who phoned who? How did this happen?
Well, we sort of mean the moment I left the Sugababes in 2009, so many fans and passers-by, even when we were not together, were like, "You've got to get back with the girls," and we actually, honestly, never thought we would. And then from there, I remember being at home and I saw Mutia on Lorraine Kelly, and Lorraine was like, "You might as well get back with the originals." And it was like, and then I thought, "Oh my God, now Lorraine's saying it too."
Yeah.
And and then we thought, you know, let's just
But it's
wait.
not a reunion. You don't see it.
not a reunion.
What do you see in as Mitch?
I think it's just the character. This is what was meant to happen from the get-go. So I think, you know, it's a fresh start.
It's a fresh start.
Well, when I left the Sugababes in 2009, we sort of met up, and it just didn't feel like the right time, and we didn't want it to feel like gimmicky. Yeah. You know, so we didn't do it then, but later on, the fans, like everywhere we went, they were like, "You got to get back with the girls," and you know, we were all three doing separate things in our lives, but we felt like, you know, we definitely got to try this, because we felt like the story was sort of unfinished anyway.
Totally.
And we, you know, sat together and we were like, let's see if we get on first, and then and then let's see what we sound like together. And the blend was still there, and we just went from there.
It was
literally
a lovely day when we were like the first day in the studio, and we were writing, and like the first time we did a 3-part harmony, you know, in what was like a decade. It was lovely, you know.
I think we felt like there was unfinished business with kind of the way that band ended up, and it felt like, you know, what would the next album after One Touch have, what would it have sounded like?
The group enlisted Naughty Boy, MONETISE, Sia and Shaznay Lewis as collaborators for the album. MONETISE also worked on drum and the song Boys with Richard Biff Stannard. At the end of 2012, MKS performed an intimate gig at Pony Step's New Year's Eve party, performing 3 Sugababes singles, Overload, New Year and Freak Like Me. They also did a cover of Rihanna's Diamonds. The show marked the first time the girls had performed together in over a decade. In an interview with BBC News, MKS said they decided to reform as they felt they still had something to give.
There was a big announcement about 2 months ago, but we haven't heard anything yet. So when's the first single coming?
It's coming soon. You'll hear some stuff soon. We're just really excited, and you know, it's important to us that, you know, we get it right. And we're very excited about it. We've had great feedback, and it's so nice because we had so much support from our fans, and the general public really want this to happen. So do we, and we're just excited.
So you must have options for that first single. How many tracks are you choosing from?
I think we know what the first single will be, but for us it's been a real focus on making sure it's an album, it's a body of work that we are proud to stand by.
Siobhan, will you remember the chorus of what we did?
Strong, darling, I won't stay
No, stop, Brendan, you can't help because you're next.
Stay strong.
Go on.
No, stay gone. No, go home.
You lost.
Stay strong.
Go on.
Wrong.
You
go home.
So basically, guys, we tried to do this and it didn't sound manly enough.
So now we're going to do it.
Flatline was written by Keisha, Mutia and Siobhan alongside Dev Hines. It was entirely developed and recorded in Los Angeles in January 2013. The track was originally scheduled for release in the UK and Ireland on the 1st of September that same year, but was then delayed until the 15th of September for unknown reasons. The release date was then changed a second time, being brought forward to the 6th of September. Upon its release, Flatline received acclaim from music journalists, who favoured its production and its singers' vocal harmonies. Commercially, the song charted at number 50 on the UK singles chart, however, it did reach number 14 in Ireland.
I know
You talk about the fact that you grew up as friends, but there was this moment, wasn't there, when you split up? And I mean, as splits go, yours was described as pretty acrimonious. So how do we get from that point to the point where you are sitting, smiling together here on the sofa?
Well, we were so young, and it was only when we met back up again with the thought of possibly doing music together that we realised that there was a lot of things that we didn't know that happened. There were a lot of people around us that would tear us apart and like pull one person aside and say that, so we never actually knew what the problem was.
I wish someone sat us down and sort of knocked our heads together, because I think that, you know, you're too nervous to just openly communicate, you know, when you're that young. And when we kind of met up and started hanging out again, we realised that the problems that felt so big were really small and sort of didn't exist anymore.
Do you feel then that in a way people were pulling your strings and, you know,
there was a lot of
I think it's
stuff going on when we were younger.
And I think it's easy because I think then you sort of gain that sort of power when you've got more of a divide going on. But like now we're thick as thieves and we're like, oh no, we've got it from a mile away.
You can put a positive team around you. Like we have the power to do that, and we have done that. So it's really lovely now.
Would it be fair to say that your relationship at the time flatlined? Oh gosh, that's the name of your new single, isn't it? Flatline.
Wow.
There you go.
Here we go, let's have a look.
Which is why you had to go to Los Angeles to film Venice Beach. What do you think? What is different for you this time around, the way you work together in the music? Because you've got an album, you've just finished.
That'll be out next year. I think now we just have a very clear idea of who we are individually, first of all, and how we work together as a band. We really do trust each other. We, you know, we basically A&R'd our album. We are just feeling very positive.
You A&R'd your album, what's that mean?
A&R, that's like
we got the list of producers together, we contact them.
You chose the people who...
Yeah, it was important to us that, you know, we explored all avenues, we all liked very different genres of music, and I think it's the blend when it comes together, that's what's really special about this band. So.
Is it really weird that while you are MKS, there is this kind of constantly shape-shifting Sugababes entity out there at the same time, living in a sort of parallel musical universe?
I don't think they're actually doing anything at the moment, but I think for us, people always say, oh yeah, the original Sugababes, and we don't mind because that's who we are and we never run away from that. We're like, yeah, Sugababes, definitely.
But we love the new name, probably because of that. Like it was about a fresh start and sort of acknowledging that, you know, this time for us it is about the three of us and about, you know, what we set out to do originally.
And you're setting about things in a different way, in the sense that previously you were driven around in limousines all the time. Now you're actually going by public transport?
Sometimes. Sometimes.
Here we go.
Yeah, we
well, those of you who can work out where you're going on public transport, is it
wasn't even that.
Yeah.
I'm not very good with changing overs and
when we first got back together, like I take the tube all the time. For me, it's like it's the best way of getting around London.
Were picked up and dropped off, and I actually sold my car, and I was supposed to get another one. Then one day, I was stuck, and I was like, "There's no taxis." Siobhan was like, "Get on the train." I got on the train. It was the most amazing experience ever, and I was like, "You can get there so quickly." And then we got Mutia involved.
Yeah, I was never.
Locomotive business. It's revolutionary.
I know.
It's amazing.
It's the quickest way round. It's like you'd have to sit in traffic.
And you don't need to tell people they know Mutia. This is you that doesn't.
I haven't got a car.
Sorry.
We love it. We love it, honestly.
I love it. Get out there, try it.
I do.
Public
transport. I can't help it now. I love jumping on it.
But you know, back in the limelight, you know, you might get you get spotted, surely.
We do quite a lot.
Oh yeah, we do. I was sat next to someone who was actually listening to one of our old albums, sitting on the train, and Mutia actually bought something in. It was this newspaper clipping, and she was like, "Got this off a guy on the train." I was like, "Excuse me, can I have that?" It was us in the paper, and he was like, "Oh, here you go."
Yeah. When you heard the music coming through the earphones of the person sitting next to you, did you tap them on the shoulder?
Started singing along.
I didn't. I just sort of looked, and he just looked up and was like, "Oh my God, I'm listening."
Oh, he did realise you were there.
No, he didn't. I was just sitting next to him. I was like, and he looked up and he was like, "Oh my God."
I've been on the tube and they've been reading ES magazine and reading our article next door as well.
That's great. And you will be performing again now, right?
Yeah.
For us, we've got a tour coming up in November.
So when you start, will there be nerves? Will you have to sit on stools to begin with?
We do that
just for the one song.
For the one song. But yeah, we go on tour and we're so excited about it and can't wait to see our fans.
MKS performed their first official headline gig at Scala on the 1st of August that year, and in November, Mutia stated that she was open to reclaiming the Sugababes name, as Jade had revealed that the fourth lineup had split 2 years earlier. During the 8th to the 16th of November 2013, the group embarked on the Sacred 3 tour, playing 6 dates across the UK. The group had also uploaded a song called Lay Down in Swimming Pools, which sampled the Kendrick Lamar song Swimming Pools Drank, to their SoundCloud account at the end of a studio session with Def Hines.
Go round again, already been here too many times before.
The album's original title was reportedly The Sacred 3 after the band's comeback concert tour. However, after the single Flatline failed to achieve chart success, the group's album was held back. Eager fans would later gain access to the album when large amounts of material was leaked onto the internet. Among the first songs to leak was an early version of the track Back in the Day, but by the following year, several other songs leaked to varying degrees of finished production, much to the frustration and disappointment of the group. In August 2017, Keisha said in an interview that the group were working on new material after their previous work was leaked online. The band seemed to go quiet for some time, where it was soon discovered that they were also trying to win back the rights to use the Sugababes name. They believed that the same people who caused problems over the rights to use the Sugababes name also leaked the MKS album, with Siobhan even claiming it to be sabotage. After a long battle, Mutia, Keisha and Siobhan would win back the rights to the group name Sugababes in 2019. The group stated that they felt stronger with their original name, feeling somewhat misunderstood as MKS.
It's been a long time coming, to be honest with you. It was a really, really long fight. A lot of legal stuff was happening. It's really technical, but we always kind of had the name, but we had like opposition stopping us from using it, which was really frustrating. But we are so happy that our fans stood by us throughout the whole thing, and happy that we just kind of like stuck our heels in, because when you're under that sort of like opposition, it can be quite stressful. And I'm glad that we were the underdogs and just kind of stuck together and rose to the occasion. Yeah, we decided to get back together. We fought for the name for a few years, and for us it was just about rewriting the story and taking the power back.
I'll bring you flowers.
Later that year, the group appeared with DJ Spoonie on his album Garage Classical, covering the 2000 song Flowers by Sweet Female Attitude. This marked the group's first release under the name Sugababes since winning their legal claim, and after years of working as MKS. Following their performance on Graham Norton's show, the group revealed that they were working on new music and a special project for the 20th anniversary of debut album One Touch. 11th of May 2021, Sugababes released a reworking of 2001 single Run for Cover featuring MNEK. The same day, they announced an expanded 20-year anniversary edition of One Touch that would feature unheard demos and remixes. The album peaked at number 18 on the UK albums chart, outperforming the original's peak of number 26.
I guess the 20th anniversary of One Touch makes me feel proud and just like shocked that we were like so young and handled it all like pros, really.
It's probably taken me 20 years to appreciate quite how young we were, and especially having children now, you kind of try and imagine them doing, you know, them starting their career when they were 12, which is kind of bonkers.
In a dream, time does come true, and in my sleep I think of you. They're the bed by myself.
The biggest regret of Sugababes round one would be that we didn't get to put out our full potential together for so long.
I would say that being teenagers, a lot of miscommunication happens.
I feel like as a teenager, you know, I was super caring a lot about what people thought. Children make mistakes, and I think I would have just been like, do you know what, have fun. I'm really excited to be working on new music with the girls because I really enjoy their creative process.
We have the best harmonies, and that's where we get to put that down. Put that down, you know what I mean?
Put that down, you're breaking it down.
I've been waiting patiently for him to come again.
Sugababes headlined the second day of June 2022's Mighty Hoopla Festival and supported Westlife on the Dublin leg of their tour. They made further appearances at music festivals over the summer, including an overwhelming turnout for their show at Glastonbury.
That's right, I'm here with the Sugababes. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
You've just shut down the Avalon stage. I can tell you from where I was standing, it was incredible. But how was it for you?
Oh my God.
Good. We're still actually like just trying to. It's hard when you come on stage. You're like coming down from the come down. Does that make sense? But really excited, happy that everyone seemed to enjoy it.
I was having some kind of out-of-body experience because I think I was like on autopilot or something, but it was amazing.
It was so sick. I saw people peeping over the fences, just trying to get a look in, people in the crowd, your loyal fans, clenching their chests, you know, it looked very emotional. Is there any song that's emotional for you, ladies?
I wouldn't say emotional, but I really love performing the classics. It's always a joy to kind of sing and have everyone sing along with you.
You just announced your UK tour. That's very exciting.
Yes.
I guess your fans and people like myself want to know, is there any new music coming? Because we will learn it, okay? Please.
I mean, we've basically gone from rehearsals into all of these summer shows, and we've announced the tour, and we're about to go into the creative for that. So we're trying to figure it out. But at the moment, it's been back to back. So we'll get there.
You're ready for me, boy, you better push the button and let
On the 23rd of June 2022, Sugababes announced their 17-day headlining tour, their first in 9 years, starting on the 16th of October in Bristol and concluding on the 7th of November in Glasgow. On the 29th of November, they announced that they would be playing a one-off show at the O2 Arena in London in September 2023, which would become their biggest headlining show ever. Released on the 24th of December 2022, the Sugababes announced the surprise release of the Lost Tapes on social media, stating, "We wrote this album almost 8 years ago, and for various reasons it didn't get an official release. So it's with great pride that the Lost Tapes is available now on all streaming platforms." The group confirmed that they had released the album independently and were in control of its rollout. The Lost Tapes debuted at number 2 on the UK Album Downloads chart and at number 13 on the UK Independent Albums chart. Following their one-off show at the O2 in September 2023, the album reached a new peak of number 7 on the UK Independent Albums chart.
I have found where I wanna be. Can we bring yesterday back around? 'Cause I know how I feel about you now. I was done, I was wrong, I let you down. But I know how I feel about you now.
It was so easy that I should have been strong, yeah I tried. Nobody gets me like you. Couldn't keep hold of you there. How can I know what you meant? There was nothing to compare to. I know everything changes, cities and places, but I know how I feel about you. There's a mountain between us, but there's one thing I'm sure of, that I know how I feel about you. Yeah. Can we bring yesterday back around? 'Cause I know how I feel about you now, about you now. I was wrong, I was wrong, I let you down, but I know how I feel about you now. But I know how I feel about you now, about you now. But I know how I feel about you now.
Big up the Sugababes.
And the Lost Tapes dropped in December. How have you found the reaction?
Amazing.
Considering it's a completely independent release, we didn't have a single, you know, it's just literally we dropped the album. You know, you don't know what's going to happen with it, but it's been an incredible response. And I think on like the download only, because we didn't have any physical release, we just kind of dropped it as a surprise. I think it was number 2 on the download chart. So I mean, for us as an independent act, you know, that's incredible.
Yes, it's amazing. And it may be a bit cheeky to ask it so soon, but are you thinking about another project? Are you maybe in the studio?
We definitely have plans for like new material for sure. We're trying to focus all of our energy at the moment, trying to like balance the shows that we're going to do this summer. We've got loads of shows to do. September 15th we're at the O2. We're here. So
Amazing.
yeah, we've got such a busy jam-packed year, but yeah, we'd love to do new stuff.
What's the out of the chorus? In the third. God, I need to know the words.
Oh, I need to go faster. Is that right?
When it's pouring. Sorry.
And I'd get all the chat in the middle.
Oh, as a harmony.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought you meant as something afterwards.
I'm like Kim Kardashian cry face, but when I sing.
They're all here, all here.
No.
All right.
Don't put me off. I'm in the
Okay.
moment. I can separate the two.
You could do that.
Oh, no, like Charlie, no. Just,
If it sounds better, then we'll keep it.
I'm trying to find something really sticky so that I can put the end of Mattia's nose ring on it so that we can get it on, because it's so tiny I can't do it with my fingers.
Be there in the thunder, through the storm. Will you run or will you be there when the rain comes? When it's pouring in the cold, will you go? Will you be there when the rain comes?
We're all here
for celebration.
On the 15th of September 2023, Sugababes released the single When the Rain Comes, released by the band's new record label BMG. When the Rain Comes was written by the trio alongside Ian James and George Moore, the latter of whom also produced the track. The song is expected to be featured on the Sugababes' upcoming studio album, due for release in 2024.
Where we stood in the warmth of the sun rays. I wanna know, will you be there in the thunder?
According to Keisha, former Sugababes members Heidi and Amel have each shown their support for the original lineup from afar, and there is no ill will between any of the members, who each put their own unique stamp on the group. To have the original lineup back under the Sugababes name and releasing new music certainly feels like a full circle moment. I'm excited to hear new Sugababes music in 2024, and I hope you are as well. Oh, and Mutia's legal right to use the Sugababes name on wrapping paper also came to fruition. Thanks, as always, for watching.
Easy to come for the ride, but I need you here in the dark and the light.